First went up there, we were working on building embankments and cuttings, and it was pretty easy. We had to move 1 metre of soil a day. But as the railway construction got behind, this was increased over and over and over again. And because I had malaria very badly, I missed out on the last construction. When I tell you that our group, pioneers and sailors off the Perth 800, under the command of a wonderful man, Colonel Williams, when they finally got to Concoita, where the railway was joined, there was only 300 of them available for work.
What were some of the worst things that were done to you and your fellows?
Well, lack of food, long hours at work, and because of that, people had little resistance, and especially having a shortage of food and a variety of food. So they suffered from things like beriberi, which was very debilitating, and because of their low resistance, just about everyone caught malaria. Dysentery, well, that was part and parcel because we had very little opportunity to wash our hands.
How hard was the discipline? What sort of beatings took place, and for what kind of reasons?
Thought that we were working too slowly, and especially when the railway construction got behind schedule. So I'd say that the actual beatings handed out and the long hours. Sometimes we'd get back to the camp midnight.
What sort of beatings were there, and how were they administered?
Well, some of the worst beatings were with the pick handles. And another method of torture was to hold a bucket of water above your head for a period. You've probably read some of the books about that. They had many and variable ways of punishing prisoners.
When you think back to your time in captivity and working primarily on the railway, what is your overriding emotion? Is it anger at what happened to you, or is it pride at what was achieved by those who survived?
Well, you probably think it's an overworked word, but mateship was the only thing that got me through. People that helped me when I was sick gave me their ration to keep my physical being well. So these are my memories, rather than what the Japanese did to an individual. I know that when I walk through the Kanchanaburi War Cemetery, I get quite emotional when I read names of people that I remember who were 19, 20 and 21, and here I am 93.